be very hard for us to live cut off from the rest of the world. He sounded so serious. I felt scared. Don't worry, Annika. Just enjoy your carefree life while you can. Carefree? I was born in Frankfurt on June 12, 1929. Because we're Jewish, my father emigrated to Holland in 1933.
Leeds Children's Theatre has been an institution in this city since the 1930s. Every year, the Amateur Dramatic Society stages 2 productions at the Carriage Works Theatre. Judith Unwin is the Society's president.
Well, Leeds Children's Theatre started in 1935, and it was formed by a group of teachers who wanted to show that there was more to theatre for children to watch than just pantomime. And so they set up a group and started to perform. So this coming November we're celebrating our 80th anniversary. But people assume that because it's called Leeds Children's Theatre, we only have children in the shows, which is not true. We work adults and children together. The idea is that the show is suitable for children to see, not necessarily for just children to be in it.
Thank you, really, how can we?
I never thought I'd see the day a man like Mr. Frank would have to go into hiding.
What a journey! Petronella walking down the street in a fur coat, carrying a hat box in the middle of summer.
What do you need another hat for?
This week they're bringing The Diary of Anne Frank to the Carriage Works. The cast and crew have been busy rehearsing. The youngsters involved in this production join a long list of children who've gone on to even greater things on stage and screen.
Angela Griffin, she was with us. She started with us when she was a child and was in several plays. She played Alice in Alice in Wonderland when I directed that, and I got a little bit of stick from 1 or 2 people because she wasn't the blonde that Alice is thought of. But in fact she was stunning. She played the part beautifully. So she's been in several plays when she was younger. Also John Craven, he started with Children's Theatre and he's gone on to bigger and better things, obviously. To direct, I really enjoyed doing Alice in Wonderland. I enjoyed doing a play called The Ideal Gnome Expedition, which is lovely. It's about 2 garden gnomes who want to go on holiday. And they fancy going to an island, but they don't really know what an island is. And they meet a cat who tells them she knows where there is an island, and she takes them to a traffic island. So it's a nice play. Being in a play, I think one of the things I really enjoyed was perhaps Hansel and Gretel. And I played the witch. And at the end of the scene where they push the witch into the oven and she comes out baked as a gingerbread witch, I was teaching then, and the children in my class came to see it, and I had explained that it was a story and whatever. And the following morning, one of the children in my class, his mother had to bring him into school. He refused to come normally because he thought I was dead. He'd believed it so much that he thought I was dead.
You can't imagine how your husband helped me when I first came to Amsterdam. Not knowing a soul, unable to speak the language, I can never repay him. Besides, he's been an excellent business partner.
Well, that's true.
Anne Frank was a German Jewish girl. She was born in Frankfurt. When Hitler announced his anti-Semitic laws, her father Otto Frank moved her and the family over to Holland. A few years later, when Germany took over Holland, they went into hiding in the attic building just behind her father's office. Unfortunately, the Frank family and the Van Pels family, who were caught hiding with them, and the dentist Mr. Pfeffer, they were deported to the Westerbork transit camp when they were caught, and unfortunately all but Otto Frank died. So when Otto returned to Holland, Miep Gies, who found Anne's diary, gave it to him, and he fulfilled her wish to be a full-time author. I could not wish for a better cast. They've really took it on board. They've been doing extra reading. They've all read Anne's diary, the stories that she published while she was in hiding, the memoirs. They've done more research than I have. They've been absolutely fantastic. And they've really come to grips with the roles. They know the characters better than I do. Mikey and myself, we've planned the rehearsals, designed the lighting, the props, the costumes, the sound effects, the set that I'm sat on. God, everything. We promote the show, we publicise the show, we do things like this. It's good fun. Tiring, but good fun.
It's my father's business.
You heard of me. I'm famous at my school.
That's true. In a way.
What do you mean?
Anne, stop bothering Peter.
I'm not bothering him.
Acting's always been a passion of mine, and while it's quite hard to get into the acting world professionally, it's just nice to keep it going. And plus there's a great bunch of people that help make you what you are. Because children's theatre's made me a confident person. It's made me a lot easier to get around and talk, and I'm just waffling now. And acting, I just love acting. It's fun, and there are lots of people to come and talk to. Something to do on the weekend. I was plunged into this. I said that I'd be quite happy to offer a helping hand, not realising the amount of things that I'd take on. So I've sorted out the lighting for the show and helped cast, which was an interesting experience. It's nice to see the amount of talent that we've got in the group. It's quite nice to see other people where I once have been, to be strange feeling to be on the other side of the table. And lots of nitty-gritty bits, help run rehearsals, all sorts of things.
It's so funny. Nothing about me, I hope. Can I have a look?
No, Mrs. Van Daan.
Not even a little.
Not even a little look, Mrs. Van Daan.
The Diary of Anne Frank is on at the Carriage Works Theatre from the 25th to the 28th of March. If you go along to watch, you should make a note of their names. Then, when they're big stars, you'll be able to say you saw them first here on the bucket list.
I love doing this. I love the people that I work with. We met Judith earlier. She taught me from the age of being 10. I couldn't leave her. I love it. There's no other word. Sorry.
You wait till I get you!
I'm waiting. Here. And Peter.